March 13th, 3:45 p.m. Gatewater Land, main gate.
I'll go fuck myself, I guess.
Oh my gosh, the 13th was yesterday!
It's October.
Where's the costume,
I don't know.
Detective Gumshoe?
Just on the other side of the fountain, sir. Damn, he got laid out.
Damn, he looking like Denji in episode 1.
Was it out here in the open all along?
No, it was discovered in the tall grass back there.
Damn dinge tard.
We moved it out here in order to examine it more thoroughly.
Then let's get down to it. I won't rest until I've stalked everyone in this stadium.
Yeah, we just started.
Whoa, old bag is hype. Alright, click that,
What do we have here?
Oh, it's another pendant. That's 2 treasures in one day. How lucky is that? And hey, this pretty baby's made of platinum silver, too.
Another pendant on top of the one we found on Mr. Deacon. Is it possible that these two...
hold it right there.
This dude.
Tabe.
Hands off, Mr. Prosecutor. You sure know how to cross the line, don't you? Fucking
Oh, yeah!
freak. A pendant, huh? This is a very decisive piece of evidence, if you ask my white ass.
How can you tell?
You got it.
My voice. Look here and read off what you see. Lauren.
Lauren. Hey, it's a name that's engraved on the back of this.
Shout out to Lauren from middle school. Didn't mean to carry you like that, but
I.
aha! We have you now, Miss Kidnapper.
No,
No.
no, you don't understand.
It's up.
Holy. I can't believe you were one of my kidnappers.
Lolly. Oh my god.
Lance. You're kidding. Miss Palps was one of the kidnappers? Yes. It was me. I held Lance hostage.
So Miss Pops is one of the kidnappers. But even knowing that, I can't call this case solved or over.
Hey, guys, case closed. Get the car ready, and I mean the special one for this young lady. Again, Mr. Project, what is it this time?
Are you proposing that Miss Pops is also the culprit in the murder case? What happened? I thought Officer Meekins was your suspect.
We found it.
Found what?
The officer's gun. He literally dropped it in the middle of a thick patch of grass. Your country's police are a sham. Just look at how careless they are.
America.
Where you calling a sham?
The officer's gun didn't show any signs of having been fired, so it can't be the murder weapon.
So Officer Meekins has been cleared of all charges, I see.
And that's when a brand new suspect comes walking into the scene. The murder only happened because the kidnappers started fighting amongst themselves.
Among Us.
As I recall, it was you who said that, right, Mr. Prosecutor?
Miss Palps, did you really kill Mr. Deacon? Yes, I killed him. I can't believe it.
I'm proud. Yoy, thanks for the confession.
I can just imagine the Clash Royale gang laugh.
Agent Line,
Hee-haw.
it's much too early to declare this case closed.
Look at you, so sure of yourself. We've got the culprit's own confession and some very incriminating evidence, if you ask my ass. What more could you ask for?
You're so
Miss Law and
confident in yourself.
Pops,
Yes?
I want to hear it from you. Tell me your side of all that has happened today, from the kidnapping to the murder.
But why? I'm a kidnapper and the killer. Isn't that enough?
It's fine if you're the one behind everything, but only if that is the truth. Now then, will you tell us the truth? Or is there some reason why you can't?
I had a change of heart. I think I'd enjoy seeing you sulk away as the losing mutt. Alright, you heard me. Let's hear about all the evil deeds you committed today.
Background.
The one who came up with the kidnapping plan was the butler, Mr. Deacon. We knew that we could get rich by holding Lance hostage. Mr. Amano would pay anything to get his son back, after all. Everything was going according to plan, but as soon as we got the money, Mr. Deacon turned on me and tried to kill me.
Shut up. There. You satisfied? She just confessed to her crimes a second time. At least you have the guts to admit what you've done. I can at least respect that much.
Miss Pops, is what you said really the truth?
Yes. It is.
If that is the truth, it certainly isn't the whole truth. Because there's something that seems a bit too improbable in her confession. Mr. Deacon turned on me and tried to kill me. Kill my mom.
Press that.
Kill mine and... What the fuck? Why do you think he did?
I have no idea, but maybe he planned on doing it from the very beginning. Miss Pops.
Wait, Mr. Deacon planned to kill Miss Pops from the very beginning. Was that ever really likely to happen? What should I do? Should I raise an objection?
Yeah.
Do
Health
it.
bar.
Yeah,
Indeed.
man.
I'm sorry, but I don't think that what you just claimed is all that likely.
Huh?
I don't think Mr. Deacon would ever have been capable of killing you.
But why? We were just strangers. It's not uncommon for people to kill each other over money.
Miss Pops, you really are clueless, aren't you?
What do you mean?
You never knew what your role in the kidnapping was, nor do you know who you really are. But I do, and I can show you with this piece of evidence. This proves that Mr. Deacon wouldn't have been able to bring himself to kill Miss Pops.
Do we have to show him the other pendant, or...?
The other pendant.
Yeah, this one is what I'm...
Shaped like a horse. Sounds like a banger.
Sure, man.
I just wanted to look at this one. Let's go.
Why are you showing this to me?
So, what about the pendant?
This horse pendant, along with this piece of evidence, shows who you really are.
And show them the other one.
Pegasus, take me.
Yeah.
My Little Pony.
These two pendants would resemble each other, wouldn't you agree?
Hey, you're right! They're the same color, and they're even made of the same material.
I believe that these two pendants are actually one.
Damn. Chris Brown stand.
Shall we give it a try?
Wow, it's totally a Pegasus.
Take a saw.
But why? Why does my pendant match up with Mr. Deacon's?
You're a smart lady. I'm sure you can imagine why that might be.
No, that can't be.
So the two make a set, huh? It's just another trinket. A coon trinket. It's not as though this changes anything.
Look at how hard he's trying to sway the direction.
You lack imagination, Agent Lang. Very well, I'll show you with this evidence. This is the piece of evidence that gives meaning to the Pegasus pendant.
Shoot, where is it?
Oh.
Go left.
Where is it?
Where is blood hiding?
It's one of
Where
them.
is it?
Look at everything.
Where is it?
Look at them
Yes, I
papers.
was start the prosecutor.
Which paper?
The one on the left.
That one.
Love, ill, to the right.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that one.
Oh. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Trying to read it.
He said check. but,
Cool.
I didn't.
He said
It doesn't matter.
I didn't hear him say check. I don't know what the fuck he said, but
said, can we read it?
I did not make that out at all. Oliver Deacon was just an alias for this man. His real name was Colin Devereux, the name that is etched into the horse pendant.
What? An alias?
I suppose he had to hide the fact that he was a felon somehow in order to live. And it makes sense given what is written in Mr. Devereux's dossier. But what I really wanted to point out was this. This specific section is what reveals the true meaning behind those pendants.
Damn, they're really like dragging this shit out. Click on the word daughter.
Type shit.
Faith?
Hmm?
Do you agree?
Oh, I didn't hear anything. I agree.
Nice. Mr. Devereux had one daughter, and her name is Lauren Puffs.
That's a lie! That person is not my father!
Don't you do
You're
it.
not the father.
He couldn't come out and tell you that he was your father because he was in hiding. However, I believe he was trying to secretly watch over you. But he is not your savior. Do you still believe that a man like that could kill the daughter he was separated from? Or even that such a man would allow his daughter to get involved in a kidnapping plot?
The man is not my pop.
But he is not your savior.
You are not.
And what's so funny, Bruce?
You're good at being stupid and making things up like a dummy because you're stupid.
What are you trying to say?
Sound like low tier gods rebuttals.
You're thinking it's much too innocent. After all, I thought of another possibility.
Is that so? Well then, let's hear it.
I'll grant you that the two of them are father and daughter. But isn't it possible that they both knew that fact? It was no coincidence that the reunited pair became involved in the House of Amano. Golly. And the two of them made good use of their meetings to plan the little kidnapping. Would you say my scenario is perfectly probable as well?
So this is his version of how things might have been.
You don't have any proof that either one didn't know of their true friend relationship, right?
You mean they knowingly committed the kidnapping as father and daughter?
That's right. As one really rotten family.
Is that really what happened? I had better take a long, hard look at the evidence.
Well, that's what we're gonna do too.
Go back to the dead body. Is that what you want to say?
No. I mean, as funny as that is to look at, now let's go back to the look again.
Damn, roommate found that hilarious.
What if? Wait, let me go back to what PG Lang saying.
Nigga,
To the right.
I didn't even think about that.
The two of them. Where's the third costume at? Is he talking about Spederson? Meekins?
They said they already
What
cleared.
are you
them.
asking?
They're good.
That's three costumes are gone, but the two of them, I don't know. I just felt like it was weird. There's two people involved, but in three kids, it was like three different costumes.
I honestly still think we need to present the dead body because it has the secret name that he was hiding under. So why would?
Well,
why would
damn.
they-
Can I get my question answered? Was the other costume supposed to be Meekins?
No.
Not. They literally just said Meekins is cleared.
Well, then who? All right.
I know what you're saying. You said there should be a third person,
Mhm.
but it's not Meekins. They already. That's it.
Well, that'd be so weird. Like, seems like they're trying to. You can try it.
Try what?
So
Presenting the costumes.
Yeah.
All the costumes. Go ahead.
Where'd you hear that, bro?
I think it's terrible.
Kidnapper stole 3
Shots
costumes.
on boom, boom.
So we're trying to prove that there's 3 and not that they
Dude.
didn't know each other.
Didn't know each other whatsoever.
Man, if I was in an argument with this nigga, I'd be like, bitch, that's irrelevant.
Yeah, if you're doing it,
Present
practice with the woman.
Yeah,
fuck
let's present.
Damn.
Oh, sorry.
This kidnapping wasn't planned by just 2 people alone.
What kind of proof do you have of that?
Quite simply, there were 3 kidnappers.
3?
4 costumes were stolen from the Wild
Touch
Wild West
copy,
area's back room. We found one of them in the kidnapper's hideout. But as for the other 3, we can assume they
Wait,
were
whose
being
house are you
worn
doing
by
here
3
at?
different people.
What?
Yo, Blue, can you mute?
You might have.
Yeah, your room is
Can you
just,
mute
your
until
roommate's
you're-
getting really loud.
You have to mute till your line
I'm
comes
about
up.
to kill your roommate. Thank you.
We also found a set of 3 cups and 3 folding chairs that were used in that hideout. It clearly points to it being a 3-man group. And I believe that this third person is the real mastermind behind the kidnapping.
Who is this mastermind?
We already figured it
It's
out last
you,
night,
bitch.
silly.
It's
I present to you the
Danganronpa.
brains behind the kidnapping.
We have profiles?
Damn,
Oh my god, I didn't know
Gumshoe.
we had profiles.
Damn.
Present Garo One Punch Man.
Present Monokuma.
Little old me?
Present Monokuma.
Go back.
His name is Monokuma?
Yeah, he's a master. No,
Is there another page?
Nigga.
oh my god, it's old bag.
Alright, never mind. Go to Libra.
Present Garo One Punch Man.
I think it's actually.
Why y'all think is this? Why y'all think it's me?
Bruh. The story points in this direction, nigga. He's sweating.
Anyway, go back.
Yeah, man.
What do you mean go back? He
He
bro,
didn't actually give a reason.
present this evidence right now or else you're fired.
Go back.
Bro, I don't think it's Schlong though.
You're just
Alright.
gonna be hearsaying
Who
by
is it
saying
then?
Schlong
Who is it?
pointed
Bro,
to
go back,
actually-
bro.
Go back.
Alright. First of all, let me see old bag. I mean, not old bag. Old nigga. Right there. Oh,
The dead
damn. I didn't even see him. I was talking about the one beside Gumshoe.
You think that the dad, the one who kidnapped his own
No, I just
son,
want to look at him.
is-
Alright, to the right.
Okay. The son wants the money?
Kidnapping victim escaped from the kidnapper's hideout. Go to the. Okay, go to the right.
You said
Damn,
K
he was
the
kind of on
kidnapper?
dick when it was pinned on her too. That's the crazy part. Okay, let me think. Okay, oh fuck her. Next.
You saying Gara? Is his sister?
Might as well accuse the assistant while we're at it.
Next.
He's an accomplice.
Alright, you can go back.
Dead
Okay, I'm thinking. I mean, I guess it could be Schlong, but it might be brown nigga, because I remember him being quick to be like, damn, Paul Lauren.
Think
It was on her dick. I ain't like
he
that.
helped with his own kidnapping? Possible.
Could be a ploy. You know, this game wouldn't be Danganronpa so bad.
Came before.
Present.
You sure this game came before Danganronpa?
Sure,
We have plenty of health.
Maybe not this one, but soon.
Gasp.
Lance Amano?
Yes, this abduction was, in fact, schemed up by Lancer himself. Recall what he said when he appeared before us.
He really did just fake his own dying.
You see the faces of your kidnappers?
No, I didn't see their faces. But two. One was a woman.
However, there were 3 kidnappers, which is in direct contradiction to what he said.
Damn, he kidnapped himself. That's crazy.
But I know I only saw 2 people.
This guy was being held hostage. It's possible we couldn't see all 3 of them.
Ah,
you're
yes,
blind.
but when you were being held, I have my doubts about what happened then. Lance, would you mind telling us what happened while you were being held captive?
I don't know.
I really don't remember much anymore. Honest. But if I don't tell you at least something, you won't believe me at all, will you?
Dude. Like, never mind.
I was kidnapped yesterday morning. They had me shut in that room blindfolded the entire time. But the kidnapper certainly disappeared about the time I heard rain falling outside. My hands were cuffed, but it was a stroke of luck that they left me alone. I made my escape and ran away from that room as far as I could.
Through the Underground Railroad, I presume.
Let's go.
It's like, ew, blacks.
You good?
Sorry, I didn't want to recall that horrible ordeal, but
It was so scary, man.
now you believe me, right?
No, not quite yet.
How could you not? Why do you look at me with icy daggers in your eyes?
Believe all victims.
Bruh.
Because he's a prosecutor and because they're all like that.
I'll have you know, Agent Lang, a prosecutor's eyes are for discerning the truth.
I will
And-
never forgive you.
And what?
Nothing.
And should they be interpreted to be cruel at times, then so be it. There's a sticking point in Lance's testimony. Let's see what he offers up when I push a little.
Ooh, he really is gay.
I couldn't find the key, so I'm afraid I'm stuck like this.
Bars.
Even though I escaped from the jail cell, I will forever be a prisoner.
Oh my gosh, he's so deep.
Metaphor.
Yo. Pause. I made my escape and ran away from that room as fast as I could.
No, you didn't.
No, he didn't. Well, I guess he was as fast as he could. Question.
Let's see what he has to say. Cause I know we have to present, but I don't know where to present it.
How did you manage to escape?
I wanted to get out of there, but the door leading outside was locked. Which is why I had to use the underground passageway to make my escape.
I remember I escaped to be equally as hard. This is an invaluable piece of testimony. I mustn't let it go unexamined. New statement. The door leading outside was locked tight, so I had to use the underground passageway.
What does the sword say?
Oh, the do-rag, bro.
Jam the high hand out.
Are you seriously calling it a do-rag?
So that
Yeah, man.
means it isn't seriously. I wouldn't say seriously. I would say that's probably it, because if it was locked, then why is that holding it, nigga? You don't need it.
Yeah, facts.
FACT.
Well, you almost
Don't call me that again.
You almost you not denies.
I'm a straight man.
You said the door.
Facts.
You said the door was leading out. Fucking. I might be special or something. You say that the door leading out was locked, but was it really?
She's gonna hit him.
We're talking about that room behind the saloon front, right? Look, I heard that it took quite a few men to get that thing open, right?
Oh
Christina?
shit! Pause.
Yes, that's correct.
Then take a look at this.
What is that? A sword? It's not an especially reliable one if it's broken like that.
Allow me to start from the end. My conclusion is that the door was never locked. It was simply held shut by the sword, which was used to jam the handle. Lance, even your hands were cuffed together. Even though your hands were cuffed together, you could still use them. If that's the case, then why did you not simply remove the sword and escape?
Why didn't I? Was disoriented. Yes, that's it. I didn't notice it.
As if I should accept such a bold-faced lie. You locked yourself in that room because you had to make yourself look like the victim. But you did not, in fact, possess the key to the door. That is why you used the prop sword to improvise and create a prison of your very own.
You're making this guy out to be one of the kidnappers for some time now. I wonder if you've forgotten something very important along the way.
And what would that be?
A motive. What else?
The magic number.
You honestly think that an upright, pure boy like him would hatch up a completely pointless scheme such as kidnapping himself?
He's a good boy.
Yeah, sure, man.
This proves that Lance did indeed have a motive to commit this crime.
Among Us.
Imposter.
Go left.
Pursuit theme in this
It's probably
game.
on that page. I don't know.
He said, I don't.
Look at the damn note. The one on the left.
The love letter?
And present.
Sure, man.
Yep. He was on the prowl.
To put it simply, Lance has a very urgent need for money.
And I can't just ask Dad for it.
This is hardly your typical love letter. It is, in fact, a collections bill. It appears our upstanding boy has accumulated quite a debt. Isn't that right, Lance?
Damn, he's like the
College
Denji
debt
of
dealer.
Phoenix, right?
Americans in college debt.
I mean...
Looks like it's hard being the son of a rich man, too.
Whoa.
It must be rough when you have to resort to stealing from your own old man, huh?
All right, I give up. I abducted my...
Case closed.
Lance!
It's over, Lolly. In this life, we really are bound to our fates after all. All I wanted to do was go with you to a new town, somewhere where no one would know us. I wanted us to be well off with that 1 million, but now that dream is over.
Oh, Lance?
Then, you're giving yourself up.
Yes, I had planned to run away from this world with my Lolly.
Oh God.
Oliver even helped us with the plan, but then he had to go stab us in the back.
He turned on you?
Maybe he didn't want to split the ransom money. That was my guess. It happened almost right after you made the drop-off. When we were alone, he attacked me all of a sudden. After a brief struggle, I was able to contain him and keep him under control. We left him inside that room as Lolly and I made our escape. We wore different costumes and split up. Lolly left first in the Blue Badger costume.
That would mean the person Officer Meekin saw was Miss Pops.
But right then, the old man just had to wake up. I was careless and he tackled me pretty hard from behind. Then Oliver put on a Bad Badger costume, took the suitcase with $1 million and ran. I contacted Lolly right away and warned her right away that he had a gun. They had no idea that they were related, so I thought that it could only end badly.
I still don't believe it. That person was not my father. Because if he was, I just killed my own father.
Pack watch.
L.
Lolly, it really was you.
We need what's his name? Apollo's help on that one.
That man was not my father. I
The
mean,
niggas are not present.
at the stadium. There was a Bad Badger pulling the suitcase with the 1 million in it. That Bad Badger pointed his gun at me, aiming to shoot me dead. That's why I used the gun I got from Lance. There was a gunshot. The other person crumpled to the ground, and I ran, scared for my life.
Self-defense, self-defense!
I think the big picture is finally coming into focus, don't you? Had to let that nigga simmer in that shit, dumbass.
Lolly.
Sorry. Lolly, forgive me. I didn't think it would turn into something so frightening. If only I could have protected you.
So, Miss Popes, she shot her own dad without knowing who he really was?
Ain't no way you actually crying for that sob story.
She just
What
thought he
she
was
says
old
is
decent.
true.
Are you saying she's lying? But why would she lie about something like that? What purpose would it serve?
Listen,
For what
listen.
purpose?
You would be surprised how often people lie even without realizing it themselves, Kay.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
What I mean is, listen very carefully to a confession once more and you'll see. But that badger pointed his gun at me, aiming to shoot me dead.
But that's a prop gun, stupid.
Go to present. Go to the left. What does the badger costume say? That is not what I was thinking it was.
Were you looking for the prop gun that we have?
Oh. Yeah. That's all you gotta say?
I guess I'll rock with it.
I need
It's
your
one
niggas. I need your niggas.
It's
to
one of
chess
these
please.
niggas.
Did you agree, Faith?
I mean, I already know it's this one.
Yeah, Faith Ben knew. She was waiting on us to
Oh,
catch
never
up.
mind. Never mind, we gotta do something else. It's incorrect.
What
Set
about
not a real
it?
prop gun.
Oh shit, Mr. Edgeworth, I think you accidentally made a mistake. The fuck? Sorry, we got plenty of health.
Nigga just moaned.
I don't even know what the fuck you just said, sir.
How
No
about we
talking.
Can we press
No.
that?
Press.
I need some more info, but we Uzi.
Were you able to clearly see the gun?
Yes, I got a very good look at it while it was pointed at me. Oh, Father, Why would you try to shoot me? Do you really think a father would shoot his own daughter, Mr. Edgeworth?
I
It'd be in-
don't know.
I don't want to believe it myself. But it's true. My father's left arm was raised with a gun in it,
Bruh.
pointed straight at me. I'm about to die, I thought.
Miss Potts, please calm down and take a deep breath. And then, would you allow me to please hear that last statement one more time?
Oh my god, bro. Hell no.
Yes, of course.
When they made you point a gun in your left hand
Alright, now present the gun.
Present. Gun. Guardian. United Nations.
We spitting. I know we podcasting.
It's still incorrect, bro.
Lol.
Oh shit.
Maybe fuck the problem.
Go
I
back
don't know.
to the present the picture of the bad dragon.
The bad dragon. Okay. The Bible?
Yeah, because it will show that the badger holds it in his right hand.
Oh, yeah.
Check it.
Huh?
Or you can see it right there.
You can literally
Just check it.
see it.
That's
Pretty
his
sure
right
that's his
hand.
right hand. Yeah.
Unless it's the pink badger. What is that in her hand?
A bow. I'm just
It's a grenade.
grenade. Present
Sounds good to me.
Bible, bro.
Bro, the proto badger is so creepy, dog.
Oh, nope, it's not the Bible either.
Cuz, bro, what the fuck, man?
Is it the
Damn.
imposter
Got
problem?
it,
Table,
nigga,
skip ahead in
creaming.
skip ahead in the playthrough that you're watching and tell me what the answer is.
Whatever.
What does that say?
That's his.
Big booties jiggling.
Oh, yes, sir. That's right. He said he was
Right hand.
right-handed.
Damn, that was quick.
I mean, we kept trying to talk about right hands, but then
Nigga, but this shit is gonna come back in. Too advanced for what the game wants. Present.
just present this. And
Nigga, what's
Watch
it? What are you talking about?
Just
It's
present
alright,
it,
it'll
'cause it's
pop
gonna
up and
like
he'll
what
prove
we're,
his
what we're
point.
trying to
Variance, bro,
prove is gonna
present it.
what we're trying to prove is gonna come back later, but it's just we needed to present this first because that's what the story needed.
that'd be fun.
This nigga's right-handed.
Then,
The person pointing the gun at you from atop the stage was not Mr. Deacon.
A fourth nigga.
Hold on there, Mr. Prosecutor. I think you need to take a refresher course. All right. The bad badger has a model gun attached to his right hand, which is why the only hand he could have held the real gun was with his left. Isn't it possible that it went down like that?
Agent Lang, were you paying attention to what Miss Pops was saying? Then again, I suppose I can't expect someone that's never set foot in a court to catch it.
Enough with their smugness. Out with it already.
Miss Pops told us earlier.
there was a bad badger pulling the suitcase with the 1 million in it.
According to you, the bad badger had a gun in his left hand, which would mean that he was pulling the suitcase with his right hand. Is that correct, Miss Pops?
Yes, exactly. And I'm sure it was the bad badger. It had those huge sunglasses on its face.
But if that's the case, even I can see there's a huge contradiction.
Yes, Miss Pops
I'm not
claims they've
lying.
seen the bad badger, and yet the bad badger had both his hands full. These two pieces of evidence.
It's just reading. It's gonna be all right.
Take a deep breath.
Not gonna lie, I zoned out on the last statement.
Oh
So
my
I-
gosh,
I-
bro.
I just need to
it
know what he
wasn't
said
the
again.
bad badger.
Bro, this is Ace Attorney. It's gotta be the weird answer.
That weird answer is
Well, which looks the weirdest?
both are correct.
Both are correct.
Correctamundo.
They're both correct.
Impossible! That just leaves us with an irresolvable contradiction.
Miss Puff's entire statement rests on the fact that she saw his sunglasses in bed. But what if that bad badger wasn't wearing pants on his lower half?
Oh shit, this is what we're getting into? Oh man, I'm getting hot and bothered.
This proves that there was a way for the Bad Badger to freely use both of his hands. Not having his prop gun with him?
Oh, sunglasses. The one with the sunglasses.
Oh.
It's separate, so we just had the head, but not the rest of the shit.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
The costumes have two parts to them, a head and a body.
Oh, I get it now.
The head Miss Pops saw was probably really the head of the Bad Badger. However, it is not possible that the entire body was that of an entirely different badger. Never mind.
A different N-word?
Yes, or to put it more bluntly, I believe it was the lower half of this badger. The body of the Bad Badger Miss Pops really saw belonged to this badger.
Oh, we gotta point to the badger, guys.
The one that's staring. The first one.
They're all staring. The fuck?
The scary stary.
The one that looks like the Golden Freddy of the Badgers.
Mm-hmm.
Proto badger.
But he has no endoskeleton in his costume.
Or a dick.
Do you agree, Faith?
I said proto badger.
I thought you were presenting
The
that.
Mega Man fan over here can't even keep Proto out of her mouth.
Nice. What the heck is it?
That's you, Faith.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see the name. It's the proto badger.
Yes, and it's a simple matter of process of elimination. Miss Puffs was wearing the blue badger's costume, so we can eliminate that one. And the pink badger is the wrong color, which obviously had been incredibly obvious.
Why is it?
All that is left is the proto badger costume. Miss Puffs, who was the one who wore the proto badger costume?
Me.
Look at these fools.
That would be Lance.
Are you saying what I think you are? That Lance Amano donned the Bad Badger's head and pretended to be Mr. Deacon?
Yo, he's got a brain in there.
On top of which, he plotted to shoot Miss Pops while wearing that hideous thing?
The stage that was set up in the stadium was nothing more than a setup. And its purpose was to lead Miss Puffs into believing she had committed murder. Standing there in front of Miss Puffs and pretending to be the victim, it was all done so that she would pull the trigger.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Why exactly would I have to do all that, huh?
There is but one reason, Lance Amano. You are the real culprit behind the murder of Mr. Oliver Deacon.
Let's go.
What?
Damn, I didn't mean to beat your ass, my bad.
That's slander. Take it back right now.
Just out of curiosity, Lance, which is your dominant hand?
I'm left-handed, but what does that have to do with anything?
It depends. According to Miss Puffs, her attacker held a gun in his left hand.
Me on your
Why
ass.
the fuck would he admit that? Damn, were you paying attention?
Who is what-handed doesn't prove a thing. And besides, now you're just being absurd. It's not like the Proto Badger's bulletproof. One misfire and he would have found himself dead, right? Oh, lucky him.
Cap.
You're not dead.
Of course, logically, if he had been shot, he probably wouldn't have been here with us. But I believe he had thought of that as well and prepared this accordingly. And this should be all the evidence you need. This is how Lance made sure that he wouldn't be hit by a bullet.
Gun.
Anyone got Someone got a blue this move? Just kidding.
Gun.
Yeah, for his neutral special.
Yo.
I can't wait until Dace Phoenix is put in Smash Bros. It's gonna be a great day.
Yeah.
We found one half of a Bad Badger costume in the hideout, a broken one. It was not the same one that the victim was wearing, plus it was missing something. And that something is the model gun that the Bad Badger carries, which can fire blanks.
Lang.
Oh shit. What?
Lang and Nick,
Lang.
whatever. Miss Potts,
Oh,
where's the
my
gun you
fault.
use now?
I threw it away into the sea.
That makes it a bit tough to verify what it was.
So get fucked.
Although, I believe we can safely assume that it was the model gun in question.
I've heard enough. All you've been spouting so far is pure bullshit.
I admit that as long as the model gun is lost to us, I can't prove I'm right. However, I can say that the probability that I am right is very high.
No.
Okay, let's pretend that you're right and that the murder at the stadium was a fabrication. In that case, where do you think the murder really took place, Mr. Prosecutor?
I don't know yet.
Ha! I knew you were full of it.
However, I do believe that the murder took place during an earlier time frame.
Please, wait a second. It's simply not possible. Because I saw Mr. Deacon after he was restrained by Lance.
She saw the victim in a state of being restrained.
Oh shit, BDSM.
Mm.
I came back to the hideout after the other two. By that time, Lance had already subdued and restrained Mr. Deacon. He had tied Mr. Deacon securely to the beam in the room next door. After that, the two of us put on our costumes and made our escape.
What?
So, Mr. Deacon must have escaped after the two of you left, right?
We thought that it'd attract too much attention if we left together, so I left first. We planned to meet up again at the stage in the stadium. But then, as I was walking through the park, I got a call from Lance on my cell phone. Blue?
Oh. Oliver
Lang.
managed to,
That's
Oliver
subject
managed to
the
escape.
whole-
It looked like he was waiting until I was alone. He also stole the gun from me at that time.
And then the murder happened. Mr. Deacon must have overheard their plan to meet up at the stage. Well, Mr. Prosecutor, Miss Pop saw the victim with her own two shits. Which means that the victim was still alive at the time. Which means, oh shit.
When you
I thought I
agree,
heard something else.
You didn't hear the whole thing. Why
Oh,
does that sound wrong to me? There must be something amiss about this account. Let's see what happens when I examine it in more detail.
Why does that sound wrong to me? A father when his son comes out as gay.
He had tied Mr. Deacon securely to the beam in the room next door.
A beam? A chainsaw man?
press. It's a 9/11 reference.
Dang it.
Bruh.
You are sure that it was Mr. Deacon that you saw?
Yes, I'm certain of what I saw.
I'm not. Did you go into the other room to check?
Lance said that it was best if I didn't get too close to him.
Had to get
Lance,
a look
he's such a kind soul.
Yep.
Then you're telling
He
me
kidnapped
that you
himself.
did not confirm it was Mr. Deacon for yourself.
I checked through the slit in the door that separates the two rooms. He had a bad badger's head on, so I'm absolutely sure
bitch bed.
that it had to be Mr. Deacon.
She saw a bad badger head. New statement. The captive had a bad badger's head on, so I'm absolutely sure it was Mr. Deacon.
Let's press that one.
Mm-hmm.
So the tied up Mr. Deacon was still in his bad badger costume.
Yes. And?
It would appear that she misread the whole situation. What now? Should I raise an objection?
Yes.
Let's do that.
Love
Because
that.
one is ever not raising an objection, but
It has.
unless you're Phoenix Wright.
It's hurt us when the health bar appeared.
No, it has.
I was gonna say,
That's not the only time it's hurt you.
yeah, I was gonna
The
say whenever
person you
Phoenix
saw
Wright
was
brings
not the victim.
What? Why not?
I will tell you why not. With this. This, Miss Puffs, shows us the person you saw was not the victim.
Ooh. Ooh.
Wait, wait. Pyro. Schmidt.
I mean, he was wearing a costume, right? So how could you tell? Got him.
Shows us how the person you saw was not. Go the right?
Look at that mystery musketeer.
Hot dog.
The question mark thing.
The mystery. Victim was wearing one due to the footprint shaping.
Oh, good.
I guess we present this because it talks about what the victim's costume looks like.
I got nothing.
Let's try this.
I'm down with the brown.
No.
Zam left her speechless. Never mind.
I'm not sure what you mean by that.
She opened her mouth.
Sir, you're stupid. I thought he was gonna show up.
Oh man, our health is dwindling down by the pieces.
Whoa, get your brain.
You're getting whittled down.
Go back.
After that,
So we can press that again and go back to the contradiction thing.
Among us, among us, among us, among us, among us. Belizzy, 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 belizzy.
With this. Person
That's
you
that
saw.
dirty. That's that dirty.
The
Y'all getting
person
bodied, TBH.
Hey, we can just show the other helmet. I guess fuck
I
it.
read.
Costume separated head. The head was left in the isolation room. So, there's no way that she could have seen this shit because the head was in the isolation room.
I guess.
I'm literally making shit up as I go.
But as you said it, it does kind of.
Whenever
Makes
I feel
sense.
like whenever I feel confident, it's wrong. So that destroys my confidence.
Alright, so if that's the case, then what's the thing that you're thinking is the least correct answer?
I wasn't sure
Let's try
about
this for
the
now.
head. I wasn't sure about this one. Let's go with this one.
you still
Try it.
what?
Let's
Present.
go ahead. Yeah, let's go ahead and try this number.
Miss
Ew, ew,
Puffs, the person you saw was not Mr. Deacon at all.
Huh?
The person you actually saw was this person.
That was
Yeah.
Lance.
Miles Edgeworth. Oh my god. I'm just.
I mean, definitely not the other two because those aren't relevant to the current case at hand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Lance is literally the only.
You agree, Tablez?
Yeah.
Not sure.
The person you saw tied up to the beam was none other than Lance.
But Lance was the one who showed me the tied up person in the next room.
Oh, where are we tied up?
That's why I was so about Miles Edgeworth. So no one's paying attention.
You was talking about Miles earlier. You were saying that like it was bullshit.
Wah, 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 wah.
It was K Faraday.
Guess it was Miles then. Mr. Prower.
It was me.
Huh? The person I saw was you, Mr. Edgeworth?
I always thought that it was a bit off. Why would the kidnappers abduct me, even after I'd handed over the ransom?
It's sweating.
It's not as though I saw the face of the kidnappers. If I were them, I would have just taken $1 million and ran. But in the end, there was a point to it all. It was to make it look like Mr. Deacon. And if that was the reason for which I was abducted, then I believe we can assume that the victim was already dead at the time. Well, Lance, am I right?
Lance?
Oh shit. That's...
You showed Miss Pops a person, namely me, with a bad badger's head on. I feel so fucking dizzy right now. And then made your costume escape together, or so you pretended.
Damn.
Huh? What do you mean by pretended?
Exactly that. I believe Lance watched you escape and then doubled back to the hideout. Probably to come and remove the bad badger head from my unconscious self. To create his fake prison with the prop sword, he then escaped via the passageway.
Hold your tongue, boy. Don't get caught up in that tidal wave of words coming out of Mr. Prosecutor's mouth.
Tidal wave.
We've heard a lot come out of you, but I have yet to see a shred of evidence. The victim's betrayal and the subsequent detainment? All of that could have happened while you were out cold.
That's right! You were out for quite a while, Mr. Prosecutor.
Even if that were the case, Miss Pops would have still seen me tied to that beam.
I was scared of Mr. Deacon, so I really have no idea if you were there or not, Mr. Edgeworth.
You see, it would seem that you can't prove a thing.
Go. Yep. I'm so surprised.
Nice.
You said that.
Who said that?
Oh!
Please wait.
Mr. Amano,
Oh, Miles, my boy. It looks like you're really giving it your all.
right?
And Lance, it's not good to cause trouble for others. Oh, I'm talking to myself. Dad?
Yeah, the casting for this episode's weird.
Let's see. You are the one in charge of the investigation, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
I'm sorry that my son has been nothing but trouble. This probably won't make up for anything, but I have some evidence for you.
Let's go.
Do you now?
Evidence ex machina.
They found a badger.
Is that what I think it is?
Damn. Other dude was naked.
It's the bad badger costume the victim was wearing! And a gun!
I couldn't wait around for the police, so I went and found these myself. Appears that they were disposed of in the sea.
Damn, they were taking that long? Oh shit, my glasses are off.
Yes,
Ugh. Is there no one in this country who actually obeys the law?
There. Now, Agent Lang, please calm down.
The heck is that scrap of paper?
This appears to be a letter from the chief of police. Please allow Mr. Armana complete freedom to do as he said.
What?
The chief of police? What the? Just who does he think he is?
The line was read.
What?
The person who wields the highest authority in this area.
Oh, there now. There's no need to be so upset.
I'm not a cop from this land. So I'm not bound by the laws of your country.
Nigga.
Okay.
No.
Sure.
This wasn't meant to strong arm or anything. It's just a request.
That was
Said
fucked
that
up of me to say.
I'm only asking that you please respect the law.
Cutting him rack, so I can't really say no to that. However, returning to the topic at hand, it doesn't matter who found the evidence. Its value remains unchanged. Alright, now let's take a look at the new evidence.
I've already got the results back. At a special forensics research lab that I'm on good terms with conducting tests. They verified that the blood on this costume belonged to Oliver. As for the gun, the only fingerprints they found were yours, Lauren.
What?
You didn't?
You disappoint, Miles. I can't believe that you would cause my son such stress and heartache.
Yogi really said, my son's a good boy.
Thank goodness I was able to find the final pieces of evidence. With this, you have no reason left to push my poor boy around.
That's it. These are the case-making pieces of the evidence. Ha! I'll be the judge of that. I
Oh my
won't
gosh.
rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny.
Is this
What a
forged
surprise. A
evidence?
guy with a bunch of money goes up to the police office and is just magically able to get shit done. Whoa, what is this power?
Is this forged evidence, bro? Oh my god.
It's fire though.
Forged evidence in Ace Attorney, I'd never.
What's
For
this?
forged evidence, this is kind of lit. Like, look at it.
What's this?
Don't
It looks-
forget all the perjury that goes on in this.
Yeah.
What's this? It looks like there's yeah.
But, you know, that's small shit.
Hey, they sparkle. I bet they're really valuable.
Sorry, but they're just pieces of a mirror. But why are they in here?
I got 2
Gunshot.
guns.
Peanut butter inside.
Could this gun be the actual murder weapon?
For your neutral special, Joker wields a gun.
This burnt hole.
It looks kind of burnt around the edges.
Wait, those burn marks were left by the gunpowder. This is the most important fact,
Why is that?
because it is proof that the victim was shot at point-blank range.
So much for being up on a stage? Question mark.
Yeah, I mean, you can still shoot someone from a distance. Just high up.
But like, is it point blank? So that to be like, his body was to the gun.
You niggas is black.
Among Us.
Lord Lucifer. Those are your lines.
I mean, you gotta turn the porn off,
Whoa!
man.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry about that.
First play later.
Hold on. Well, are these not the most definitive pieces of evidence you've ever seen?
Actually, no.
Thank you, Dad. This should be enough to convince even Mr. Edgeworth over there.
Bold of you to assume that, nigga.
Make no mistake, those are fingerprints on that murderous gun. And they prove it was Lolly that killed Oliver. But Oliver was also after Lolly's life. So, Mr. Edgeworth, even if you must see that Lolly was only acting in self-defense.
The fingerprints on the weapon, huh?
Oh no, this isn't helpful at all.
Look, Mr. Edgeworth, all I want to do is save Lolly. But in the end, all I can do is watch her as she takes the punishment for her crime.
It may be all you can do. However, I still have I still have a case to solve and a job to do. The job of unraveling your insidious lie.
You wound me. Why won't you believe me, even in the face of all this evidence?
You're a dirty liar, bitch.
You're a dirty fuck.
We pressed this.
No.
Press
No,
it.
we didn't.
Those fingerprints, are you sure they belong to Miss Potts?
There's no mistake about it. Through my connections, I have the best forensic techniques money can buy per phone.
I find that to be a bit peculiar.
What? Are you trying to pick an argument with me?
What should I do?
You
Yeah,
don't-
man.
Should I raise an objection?
Yes.
Yes.
Yup.
Frankly, I don't believe that Miss Potts' prints should be on that gun to begin with. And the reason why Miss Potts' prints should not be on the gun is...
Because of the prosecutor back.
Because she was wearing the damn costume.
Oh yeah, forgot about
Pretty
it.
much. Hmm.
Which cost?
I mean,
I
if he's
don't
wearing
know.
one.
I don't know what we present. Prove that.
Alright, brain
I
cells,
just-
get to work.
We can just show the head, I guess.
Among Us.
The disembodied head that was the sex word?
Hmm?
Yeah. Go ahead.
This is the one that we would present.
I have a feeling.
Why?
I mean, or we can do the stolen one. We can do the stolen one.
Oh,
That's probably a better
I
one.
didn't realize they updated.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Blue Badger. Oh, yeah.
It's simply not possible for Miss Potts to have left any prints on the murder weapon. Because while she was at the stadium, Miss Potts was wearing a costume. You could have presented that, the Bible, or the badger head, even though I feel like you shouldn't be able to present the badger head.
Huh?
Oh?
Oh,
But there's been no mistake. We found fingerprints.
Well, Miss Potts, do you remember touching the gun at all at any time?
crying.
Yes, as a matter of fact, I did hold it for a bit back at the hideout. I handed it off to Mr. Deacon when he and Lance left for the haunted house.
To retrieve the ransom money, I suppose. And there you have it. That is when Miss Potts' prints found their way into the gun. Do you understand now, Mr. Amano? The fingerprints do nothing to prove that Miss Potts is the murderer.
But you still don't have anything to prove that she isn't the killer, right?
You seem to be very adamant about insisting that your girlfriend is a cold-blooded killer.
Oh, Lance.
What? No way. I'm incredibly worried about her. That doesn't change the fact that you don't have any evidence, right?
That's where you're wrong. I have the evidence.
What? How?
The story that Miss Potts killed the victim at the stage in the stadium. The whole affair is simply not true, because that was not the real crime scene, but a setup. This proves that the real murderer was not committed at the stadium at all.
Go to the left. Fuck. Go to the left again.
Yeah, remember they added more evidence.
Oh, look at the costume again.
Which one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You said
That's a
what?
dope. I was reading it. That was a dope.
Where's it?
Let us take another good look at the costume the victim was wearing. Then I believe you'll see why I insist he was not shot at the stadium. This
the
is
glass?
the part of the costume that proves it.
The groin.
The glass.
But-
Point blank bullet.
Well, I mean, there's no glass that we can point to on the thing, right? Wait, is
The
it? Oh,
glass is right there.
My bad. What are we trying to prove again?
This is the part of the costume that proves that the murder didn't take place at the stadium.
Hmm.
So, why is the glass the decision again?
I mean, why would there be glass at the stadium?
Would they say that hole was? This is bullet hole or a burn? They said it was
The
a
poll
burn, right?
proves that it was point blank range. I mean, that they were up against each other kissing.
Okay.
Why would the glass be there? If they were...
I don't know, but I just don't know how that proves that. I'm asking. I don't know how that.
I was just assuming it took place inside of a door. If you're in a building, glass would be good evidence for that. But that might be too far of a stretch.
Or too advanced for what the game wants.
High key.
High key doesn't contribute.
What do you think,
What do you
Dave?
think, Tables?
I was saying high key what you said, but
Alright, let's try the bullet hole first.
yeah, alright, I fuck with it.
Present.
The burner on this bullet hole was made when the victim was shot at point blank range.
So you mean the murder Miss Oldback saw at the stadium really was...
Yes, she saw two people, but they were separated by a distance. The victim was indeed shot from below the stage. There shouldn't be a gunpowder burn.
Here come this dude in the comments.
Dude,
Yeah, look at you, Mr. Schmarty Pants Prosecutor. Since you seem to know all the answers, why not tell us where the real crime scene is then?
Ow.
Lance sent me up to look like Mr. Deacon back at the hideout. If that's the case, then the murder must have happened prior to that. And the location where Lance and the victim were at just before I was in prison was...
Oh, brain blast!
I've got it!
Oh, we get to look.
I know where the real scene of the murder.
Look
Yep.
at the water!
The real location
I'm just kidding.
where Mr. Deacon was killed is here.
A haunted.
It's just in time for October, guys.
Damn,
what a
Spookland. W
yeah.
Spookland.
Spookland? That's just Detroit. I'm sorry, cut that out.
You
I'm
mean
not.
That's Chicago.
I'm not.
Chicago?
I think it's
What's
not
it?
unreasonable to assume the murder took place in the haunted house.
Actually, that's Atlanta. The haunted house?
Yes,
They're
and I have
everywhere.
proof that it is highly likely that the victim was killed there.
See, Faith, you were too advanced for what the game wanted.
Shut the fuck up.
Mm. Yeah, it goes to the right. Let's go to the right one more again.
I mean, you tell me to shut
Then
up,
go
but
to
it's
the left.
true. Like, she really was thinking ahead.
She said left.
That doesn't mean she's too advanced for the fucking game.
Nigga.
Every single game.
We gotta look at things half full, okay?
How about I look at a...
Present the glass, please.
It's like you use the word advanced incorrect.
I don't care anymore. Shut up, please. Holy shit, please shut up. Everyone, please. These were inside the costume the victim was wearing. There are fragments of a mirror.
A mirror? And what does that have to do with anything?
Indeed, you don't exactly expect to find pieces of a mirror inside a costume.
Yeah, that's pretty dangerous.
However, there's one place I can think of where there's a plethora of mirror fragments, and that is the haunted house. Lance Amano, I propose that you killed Mr. Deacon with the revolver in the haunted house.
Yeah, that's some clue type shit.
After that, you stole the blue Badger-mobile to move his body to the Wild Wild West area. The
Bros.
timing of when the blue Badger-mobile was stolen confirms this is a fact.
Miles, my boy, say no more.
I'm sorry, Mr. Amano, but I can't do that.
Shut up.
Bro, you are on this
Be
guy's
quiet.
tit.
Yes, please do something. Stop that boy from speaking any more nonsense.
Ernest Amano, correct? I meant you. Now be quiet, Gramps.
How dare you? I'm going to be counting my stats.
I don't need words. The only thing I require is evidence. Decisive evidence. To call these mirror bits decisive is a bit too presumptuous, Mr. Prosecutor.
What?
Gina, wasn't there a mirror in the kidnapper's hideout?
Yes, there was a mirror there. A mirror that's for the haunted house.
You see, isn't it possible that the fragments got into the costume there?
But Agent Lang, there were no fragments on the floor, so the probability is very low.
We're using probability now. Let's go.
Go.
And he's laughing at it there for
Probability. Lang Z says, when truth plan, the word probability does not exist.
hell.
The only thing that does is definitive proof. The question, Mr. Prosecutor, is do you have the definitive proof you need?
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, do you?
Okay.
So I have solid evidence that proves the murder took place at the haunted house. The answer is no.
See. So since you don't have any, shut the fuck up.
I don't have the evidence yet, but I'm certain the murder occurred around the time I turned the ransom over. At that time, the only people in the haunted house besides myself were Lance and Mr. Deacon. If I can prove that the murder took place at the haunted house, then I can prove Lance's guilt in the connection to the murder.
What now, Mr. Edgeworth?
Agent Lang, I have a special request.
Yeah, what up?
I'd like to prove to you that the scene of the crime was indeed the haunted house.
Why in the world are you asking the werewolf for permission?
Bruh.
Because I don't really have a choice if I want to find the truth.
Self and all to you. Alright, permission granted, but you're not to touch a single thing, got it?
That won't be a problem. All that's important to me is that the truth be brought to light. It doesn't matter about who or how it's done, as long as it is.
That sound effect.
Shia,
I'm here.
put in the paperwork for the authorization immediately.
Understood. I'll get the gate water group's approval.
Now it's time for Phoenix.
What the hell is that?
Oh, this dude.
No. Let's hold on for a second. There's no need to obtain proof.
Fat ass?
Agent Lang, if you would please take a look at this.
What is this? Sheena!
It's the deed to the haunted house.
The deed.
Read it out loud.
Gatewater Land Incorporated hereby bequeaths the property known as the haunted house to Mr. Armano for the lump sum of $1 million paid in full.
What?
You sound like the king from Legend of Zelda CDI.
As you can see, I am now the legal owner of the house.
Are you kidding? When did you?
Shut your dumb ass up. I ran it to the owner of the bar early, and we made a deal almost immediately. Something bad could chase do. How quickly things move when you compare $1 million in the blink of an eye. You wouldn't get it.
Okay. Little money talk.
That
A little
1
money
million,
talk.
that 1 million you paid. Don't tell me it was.
Oh, yes, sir, Bob. That disgusting suitcase belongs to you, doesn't it? I don't. So you may have.
You cut out. Whatever.
Yeah. Oh
You
my
used
god,
the
the
ransom money.
My Lance is a good boy. He even apologized for the kidnapping a bit earlier. So I do believe that I will forgive him. After all, he did return his ransom money. That's the way things. Will you please discuss things with me?
Discuss? What's there to discuss?
My permission to enter the haunted house, of course.
While we were busy listening to Lance's story, Mr. Amano was out there preempting us. What? Did I read that right?
Preempting.
Yeah.
Permission to search the haunted house is denied. RIP. Agent Lang, I want you to arrest that girl. Mr. Miles, you should hurry on now. You should hurry on home now, boy, or I really lose my temper.
Bro wants to be Kingpin so bad.
Mr. Amano definitely has the deck stacked in his favor here. What should I do? If I leave it like this, the truth will be lost forever.
Damn. We breaking the law?